We are in episode 2. Luckily, last episode, he did manage to get a couple of upgrades, so we do dig a little faster now. I got the better shooties. So now I gotta start figuring out all of this mess. Because I got a bunch of spores and a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna have to process. I'm wondering if... I wonder if I should try clearing out some of this and see where this goes. I don't think I've got the rocket launcher yet. Yeah, I don't have. And yes, DK, you are first. I think I saw your chat pop up before I even started my stream. I don't know how far up this goes. I guess we're gonna find out though. The volume for oh, man. Oh yeah, no, my microphone volume is a little low for some reason. Let's try raising it up a little bit. Hopefully that's a little better. It could be that position. Maybe my microphone's a little weird spaced. Hopefully that's better. It could also sound a little low too, because the volume on this might be a little high. Or maybe not high, but like, it's just louder when I'm, you know, I've got 3 bullets shooting stuff at the same time. Or a combination of the two. Although it is entirely possible if my volume is low that I just messed something up. Might have to find a better position for like actually having my microphone. I have a really sensitive microphone too. Like it picks up all kinds of stuff. Like I'll have stuff that it'll sometimes pick up stuff all the way in the back of my, like in the back of our condo. So sometimes I can pick up like I can pick up speaking and I can hear my wife in back in the bedroom in my microphone. It's crazy. So I try to keep it adjusted a little bit and have some of the settings on it, but I'm not the greatest at it, so if it does sound terrible, I do apologize. I'll try to make sure it's not really bad. I hope this doesn't just go into a bunch of lava. Usually this stuff does. It does go down at the lava. That's gonna not be fun. Well, it doesn't seem like it's going to. While I'm doing that, just start sending this gold up so I can use it, because I need to buy the rocket launcher. Of course, it would probably help if I had somewhere for this to go. Okay, where to put red sand? Ooh, maybe I'll put red sand here. Because at the moment, I need gold to go up there. So maybe I could put red sand here. So let's go like this. We'll go block, red sand, and red sand will go like so. Oh no, allow red sand here. There. Ooh, you know what? That's fine. I can leave that there for now. I just need to get all this red sand out of the way so that the gold can come up. This. See if we can get it to fill in the holes there. This is going to take a bit, isn't it? I want to get that rocket launcher so I can get rid of that type of stuff. And start opening up some of these other areas. I don't know what I'm going to do with this much cinder. I can't imagine I'm going to need lava that much. I should start digging this way instead. a lot faster than digging through that stuff, that's for sure. I've been good. What about you, DK? Have you had a good day? I mean, I would imagine it's hard to play a game like SnowRunner and not be kind of just chilling. Got up nice and early for work day. Technically it's already like an hour and a half past my bedtime. Because usually if I have to work in the morning, I have to go to bed at like 8:39 so I can get enough sleep. So I needed to be able to stay awake, so I got me a Dr. Pepper today. I kind of sipped on that throughout the day. Almost even took a nap at one point. Yeah, I'm lucky because I've got Sunday, Mondays. The next 2 days are my days off, so I can stay up a little late and be able to stream and put out some content for you guys to enjoy. And even if you don't enjoy it, I'm going to pretend like you enjoy it because that makes me feel better. Ooh, welcome, Pumpkin. Yeah, I saw on the Discord everybody was enjoying the fact that I was absolutely confused by not being able to build in certain areas in the beginning. Because yeah, I thought I had broken something, or like one of the mods was freaking out or something weird was going on, so I was like, oh no, I broke the game and I'm in the middle of an episode, what do I do? Yeah, it turns out it wasn't that, it was just me not being able to build in the top part of the map. It's just, that's how the map is restricted. Which made me feel better that it wasn't me breaking something. But then it made me feel just a smidgen dumb that I didn't figure it out sooner. Okay. This is gonna take forever if I keep digging out like this. I need to make space. Because I need space to process. Because I need money. I need money because that's how I unlock the stuff. And good morning to you too. I don't know if NG stands for anything, so I'll just call you NG. And if I say it too quickly, it's probably going to sound like I'm calling you Angie. Well, it would appear this was a little dead end. I might need to move some more red sand. Think this is okay? Yeah, it's only letting sand through. Okay. I should be fine then. Hopefully this goes somewhere. Cool. Obviously, all the numbers at the end are probably just the YouTube thing going, you can't have that. You have to have a bunch of whatever added on. Because you're not, because people, they don't let, there's just too many people using YouTube to allow, you know, 4 letters or 2 letters or just like a normal username. You have to have like a 10-digit name. Let's see. That should burn. Yes. Oh, more crackstone. Yeah, I definitely need to get the rocket launcher so I can unlock some space. Ooh, fluxite. Yeah, I think it tried to put, so like on my regular name stuff for YouTube, I want to say it put, I think like 4 digits or 5 digits after mine too when I first set it up to do videos. You know, it might be faster to shoot, but I can let it do that while I'm working on other stuff. I think this might just be a chunk of red sand. Ooh. We got some launchers. Where does this go? Up to Crackstone. I got a lot of red sand. Well, at least I know I'm going to have plenty of red sand for when I need it, right? Ooh, I see more purple. More fluxite. maybe this will be enough to let me upgrade, shoot faster. I mean, maybe not, but... Well, is it 500 or is it 1,000? Now I gotta look. Oh, 500. It will give me enough to upgrade another faster speed shooter. And that sounded really dumb the way I said that just now. Sound like somebody who can't speak. Faster speed shoot. Faster shooting speed. There we go. Still can't quite keep up with the fire burn and the green stuff, though. Ooh, more purple. Look, sight. Oh man, even more purple. Well, I'm glad I started digging this way, I guess. If only I hadn't wasted all the time down here first. I'm not quite sure if I am understanding that. I don't, okay. I'm gonna have to try to translate that somehow. It's probably something super simple, but I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about there, NG. What about last weekend? Something, what, an update? Is it an update to the game, or is it an update to something else? Ooh, I got a lot of space. Oh, that's where I was shooting down from up above earlier. Look at that. See, I almost broke through to the dirt layer. I'll start making sand. I wonder if that would have exposed this. I mean, I probably still wouldn't have known how to get to here just because of it, you know, it was all the rest of the stuff would have been blocked off anyway too. this is a nice big room. This would probably give me plenty of space to work with. But I can't do that just yet. Need to go get more gold first. Oh, a bunch of dirt in there. Need to make my gold a little bit bigger. There we go. Probably not enough to get me the 2,000. Okay. Yeah, not enough to get me the 2,000. I need to process some more sand. Ooh, but I gotta get water. Empty this out. It's true. Gold does have a very satisfying sound in this. Fluxite's pretty fun too. Okay. Got the stuff here for burnt slag, but that's not what I need. Process enough gold. Ooh, I got some. How much do I need for another upgrade? Is it worth? I don't think it's going to give me enough. But that's okay. We'll still do it. We'll go build a flux emitter. Grab all this void blue. Oh, I don't want the burnt slag there. I'll put that there for now. Void blue. Oh, I was trying to catch it. See if I can catch it midair. What did I get? No, I got red sand. No. I think I had it. Oh, I let it go. Is that it? No, that's slag. Oh, no, was it? I did have it. I'm going to say that was first try. You can't. Okay, yeah, you can fight me on that. I lied. Made me think of that Batman, Lego Batman. Or was it the Lego movie? Yeah, like Batman, he throws all this stuff. And after like, oh, just a bunch of batarangs trying to hit the button because they're trying to sneak in. I was like, oh, first try. Makes me think of that. Hmm. Well, if I process some of this, I mean, I've got a little bit already. Maybe that'll give me enough gold. Maybe I can... Ooh, maybe I'll just have it all go down here. Oh, but then I'll have to deal with a bunch of slag. I don't know if I want to deal with a bunch of slag. Maybe this can be my next processing space. Maybe. I think... Go. Ah, okay. That makes much more sense. Hopefully the dogs didn't try to eat too many of them. Because I mean, if they're not good for the puppers, that's bad. I say if they're pretty big trees too, you'll get a lot. So that's a lot of work to get everything all cleaned up. Although if they're decent sized chestnuts, a good rake should be able to help and make it easier. I mean, I'm sure you aren't picking them up by hand most of the time, at least. I wouldn't. That's one of those things I would probably, for a minute, I would consider, oh, I'll just use a lawnmower or something. Chop them all up. But then, you know, once you think about it, going, oh, wait, if I did that, it would probably shoot out the side and then, you know, bust a window or something and not work the way I would want it to. Oh, that would have. Oh man, that's a mess. I'm so sorry about that. Every so often, my cats will get into stuff they're not supposed to, like do something really stupid, like try to eat plastic wrap or something. And yeah, they throw up, and they do it in the middle of the night, which I'm sure dogs do it the same way. It's whatever is most inconvenient for you. That's when they decide to make a mess. So then you wake up in the morning and you're walking around and all of a sudden it's between your toes. And you're like, ew, what is this? What did I just step in? And then you want to be mad at them, but at the same time you're like, oh, I can't be mad, they don't know any better. uh, I hit it wrong. Ooh, wrong button. Well, hopefully they either could find out what caused it, or that it was just kind of a random one-time thing. Because yeah, anytime there's a brain scan thing going on with anything, it's not cheap. So hopefully you don't have to do it a whole bunch of times. There we go. Okay. Ooh, that's yeah. $6,000. That's a lot. I mean, I'm assuming euros, judging by time of day, which is what, like 4,000, like 200 euros or something like that. I don't know the exact conversion rate. I want to say it's somewhere like 1.5 or 1 3/4. It's not quite as high as the pound, but it's more than the dollar. My numbers were off. Yeah. I'm sure they'll either figure something out as far as what's caused it, and if nothing else, they should at least be able to figure out um, or know how to probably prevent it from happening again. I mean, especially if they know what they're doing. I'm almost up to 2,000. Yay, 2,000. Wrong button. Rocket launcher. What? Oh, it's 3,000. Oh, I'm so dumb. I forgot. I was so excited. I was like, oh, I'm going to get my rocket launcher. No. No rocket launcher. I could get pipes, but I don't want pipes right now. Ooh. Got a couple of wet sand in here. Yeah, I'm sure it'll help. Like I said, usually they're pretty good. If they can't figure out a reason, they usually are pretty good at figuring out how to manage it so it's not a consistent problem. I mean, it's not the first time I've heard of dogs having those types of issues. So I know it's common enough that it's treatable, and it's pretty well known for treating dogs to be able to have for like epilepsy type stuff. So yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. I'd have confidence in it. Alright, so we need to get 700, well, closer to 600, but we need to get 700 more gold to unlock the rocket launcher. We've got enough here to do it. Well, it definitely sounds like the guy or girl is qualified to do that then. If they've got a PhD. Especially if it's in dog neurological stuff. I mean, I would imagine it's a little easier than people neurological stuff, but it's still neurological stuff. Ah, yes. Screen keyboards. The worst part about those is that they autocorrect everything, and half the time the autocorrect isn't even what you want to say. Like, that's not even close to what I was trying to type. It just, you know, autocorrects. And then when you go back and you try to type it again, it's like, are you sure? And then it autocorrects again to the same thing. There. Make some room there. Let's see. Well, while that's going, still got plenty to work on. Let's burn this and see where this goes. Yeah, that's definitely the hardest part with treating and caring for animals like that. Between that and the fact that even though you're trying to help them, they don't know better. So you're like, alright, let's do this. It'll make you feel better. And they just go no, and they bite you. You're like... Keep hitting the wrong button. I wonder how many vets would be 100 times happier with their job if you could get a dog to just hold the thermometer in their mouth instead to take the temperatures. Like, how much do you think a vet would be happier if they could get a dog or a cat to do that? Just like, you know, put the thermometer. Yeah, I mean, I know my job would be a lot nicer if I could do it that way. You're like, oh man, I don't have to deal with this the hard way. You know, I'm glad that technology has gotten as good as it has. I mean, despite the things that people can do that are terrible with it, it's done a lot of good. And you know, thermometers are one of those. Being able to just take a thing, put it against, you know, like right near your temple or right near your forehead or either wherever around your face, hit the button, wait for a second, and it tells you how hot something is. Yeah. I would definitely count that as a positive. Yeah. Yeah, those old glass thermometers, you have to sit there and hold it, and you always had to hold it under your tongue in order to kind of keep it in place. And so you sat there with it in your mouth and you wanted to chew on it because you're like, oh, there's something in my mouth, I want to chew on it, but you can't because it's glass. And then you had to do it for like 2 minutes. Now it's like 2 seconds. Oh, now I'm just making my own self laugh because it's so stupid. Trying to take temperatures the old way with those big thermometers are like, what about those? What about the doctors, the vets that deal with like hamsters and stuff? Are like trying to take the hamster's temperature? You're like, either you need a really tiny thermometer, or that hamster is gonna be really uncomfortable. Oh, that's so stupid and so inappropriate. At least you've got a good dog, right, NG? Nice, well behaved, happy. I'm sure the vet appreciates that too. Got enough. It's all clogged up there or something, isn't it? Because of course it would clog up my little tiny setup right before I get as much as I need. Oh no, it's just two-fold. There we go. There, now I can be excited. Yay, rocket launcher, woo! I'm gonna replace the... Do I have enough upgrade points? Enough fluxite? Ooh, quicker load. Nice. I want that. There we go. Now we can start getting this cleared out. Ooh, more purple. Yeah. Oh, so at work today, it was kind of yesterday, but today I got reminded. There is a John Wick game being made. I think it might be a prequel to the movie series. And I mean, the trailer that they put out, obviously, there's not like tons of gameplay involved because it's just kind of a teaser trailer. But from the tiny bit of gameplay that it had, it looks kind of cool. And it sort of feels like it's gonna play, like the combat system is gonna be sort of Batman, the Arkham series that they did back like 10 years ago, whatever that was. kind of that smooth flow style of fighting. It looks pretty cool. Like I said, there's only maybe 15 or 20 seconds of gameplay footage. The rest was more kind of cinematic. So obviously I'll have to wait and see as more comes out. But it looks kind of cool. I enjoy good action movies, and I enjoyed very much the John Wick trilogy. I thought it was really good. I don't know if you guys have any either favorites or just like in general a good action movie. Like I've seen what's it called? I think it's just called either Protector or The Protector. I forget the guy's name. Johnny Cho? I forget his name. But he does the oh, now I'm spacing what that stuff's called. What's that martial arts? It's like the Thai? I think it's Taiwan. They do the one. It's got a lot of like elbow and knee strikes. Oh, what is that called? Now it's gonna bug me. I can't think of it. I'll think of it later, I'm sure. I'd have to look it up. It's the one that's like the kickboxing. But it's not kickboxing, but it's the... I can't remember. Let's see. Let's go. Go. We'll do allow wet sand. Like my brain keeps wanting to say capoeira, but I know that's not the right one. Because that's a completely different style. That was a pretty good series too. I didn't see the newest one. I heard it was okay at best. Yes, that's the one. Muay Thai. That's a pretty cool martial arts. It looks really cool. Ooh, Tomorrow War. Oh, that one sounds familiar. I don't think I've seen that one. But it sounds familiar. Is that the one uh oh, what's that actor's name? I'm so terrible with names. But it's the one where like they keep kind of switching back in time or something. No, that's a different one. Is it that one? remember. Like, now I'm gonna have to look that up. Hmm. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I'm gonna add it to a list. I'm gonna make a list on my phone real quick. Okay, I've got that added to a list on my phone. Oh wait, wait. Have I seen trailers? Is that the one that has? I mean, I don't know if this is spoilers or if this is even the right movie. Is that the one that has the, um, it's like a alien thing? Not like Aliens, the movie Aliens, but like it's an alien thing where they're like kind of these spidery looking things or something, and they're taking over and swarming. They like go kill the queen alien or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I could be thinking of a different one. And they're like on some like military thing, but it's a like an oil rig in the ocean or something, and because they were like, oh, the aliens can't swim, they can't get to us right now. Like I said, I feel like I've seen either trailers or like a preview thing for it. Like now I want to go, but like I said, I'm terrible with names, so I can remember for the most part movies I've seen, and then I can try to describe them. But I have such a hard time uh remember the name of the movie. So if I can't remember the name, and then somebody will say the name, I'm like, yeah, I think that sounds familiar. That might be it. And then some half the time I'm going, it turns out that's not even the right one. I'm thinking of a wholly different movie. I recently, well, not recently, but semi-recently, as in the last few months, um, I did watch it's called Nobody. That was a pretty interesting movie. Oh, nice. Yeah, 3D printers are one of those things that, because everybody always shows it printing really fast because they're doing videos and stuff, and it makes it look really quick, but it's really not. It takes a day to print smaller ish things. It's crazy. I still want to get one though. I don't have one. I could probably I might have a space to put it. But then I have to figure out what kind of printer I want. Do I want to do the resin kind, or do I want to do the PLA, or do I want to do like a nicer one that can do? I'm not super worried about multiple colors, but I mean, it'd be cool. I would just feel bad because it can waste a lot of the stuff, but it would be cool. Yeah, Beekeeper looked pretty interesting for a movie. I think that's one of those movies I would have to try. It probably wouldn't be hard, but I'd have to try to suspend disbelief because I'm sorry, but all of the scam phone calls, they're not from some sneaky corporate whatever underground thing in the US. It's pretty much all just like second-rate guys in India. And usually the guy, not the guys that do it, but the guys who own the companies, like it's legitimate companies. And then they have the like after hours shift guys come in, and then those are the guys that try to go out and scam people. Crazy what they do. Like just like how involved it is. I kind of like to see those videos on YouTube sometimes where you have the guys that are either messing with scammers or like they hack into the scammers' computers and ruin their stuff or whatnot. Those are pretty good videos. I kind of like those videos. Other than that, yeah, the Beekeeper seems pretty interesting. I kind of want to see, I think it came out recently. I kind of want to see Sisu. I think that's what it's called. I think that's the name, Sisu. It's kind of it's kind of like that similar style where it's guys retired or whatever, and old man, and he goes out and he just destroys everybody. But it's like, oh, what is it, like Ukrainian or Czechoslovakian or Finnish something. I don't remember where it's from. I don't remember. Russian. maybe? No. I forget where it's supposed to take place, but yeah, that one also seems kind of interesting. Yeah, just a good action movie. Okay, so I was close. That's good, right? Good guess. Oh yeah, I was gonna go up, see where this goes around to. Is that the type of printer where the bed moves also? That the XY, like the bed of it moves, so it's like there's less movement required to complete the thing, because it doesn't have to move the whole printer head way out here and off to the side. It can move the move it. Oh, shut up, cat, you're fine. Oh wow, yowling in the back. Or I might be thinking of a different. The one that's kind of cool, 3D printing wise, are the ones that do the concrete to do those small houses. Those are kind of cool. Ooh. All right, then. There we go. That's the map. No, I'm just kidding. Can I build in here? Okay, I can build in here. Oh, just shoot it. It's way faster. Oh. Okay, so instead of the printer head moving up and down as it prints, it moves the bed further away instead. That's interesting. It's like I kind of want to get the resin type of printers just because they can do really good detail on small things like miniatures and stuff for games. But I also kind of want to do the one that uses the strings of stuff, because depending on the machine, I can get the different materials, which would be handy. And they can usually print bigger stuff. It also feels like it would be a lot less cleanup issue. Like, I wouldn't have to worry about, like, my cats or my kids knocking it over and getting some weird resin on stuff and trying to clean up that mess, you know? I mean, they each have their ups and downs, obviously, I'm sure. I mean, part of me wants to just get a really cheap one of those like $150, $200 ones, just to be able to test it out and play with it. But if I like it and I want to get a nice one, I just feel like that would end up being a waste, because then it's like $200 that I could have just put towards getting a nicer one. You know, I don't know. Yeah, all the stuff that you have to get, but you get that really high quality detail. At least that's what I've seen. So like being able to print my own figurines off of Hero Forge. So I can be like, oh, here's my whatever barbarian for our game, or you know, here's this what, you know, it's just like figurine for this game or that. Like, that's why I would want a resin printer. Other than that, I mean, besides small detailed things, which I have kids and a couple of them are even younger still, so they're still a little on the destructive side. So it's like, I don't want to spend that much time and money to make something and then have a kid play with it and break it within a couple days, because that's how kids work sometimes. I've heard that, oh, not heard, I've seen, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh, woo! I was worried I was about to get stuck in the map. And I think I've even seen that there's ways to like smooth out or iron some of the materials. I don't remember which one it was, but there's one where it's like you basically put it in alcohol or something and it smooth the surface areas, or like put it with paint thinner or something for a few, not in it, but like in an area with it, like in a small container, and it softens or melts just enough that you can like it smooths everything out really nicely, but you can only leave them in there for like 5 minutes or something like that, otherwise they just start to melt straight up. And I think it'd be fun to be able to get one of those printers that can do the, yeah, acetone, that's what it is. It's that alcohol stuff that's like in paint thinners or something, or whatever that chemical, that acetone, whatever that's made out of. Yeah, I think it'd be kind of cool too to get the ones that that do what is it? It's like the rubbery stuff. So like you can do the 3D printing, but you can do it with a kind of a rubbery, that softer material. I think it'd be kind of cool to do that. Make it a little harder for kids to break things. Yeah, I'd want to. Yeah, that's probably the one I'm thinking of, that TPU. I'd want to get one of the nicer ones that's kind of enclosed anyway, just because it's good for keeping kids and animals out of it. So I mean, I'd kind of want one that's ventilated and enclosed and all that kind of stuff anyway. I feel, I bet, honestly, like I'm considering getting one, but I bet if I do get one, I would have all sorts of things that I would want to use it for, and I would never actually use it the right way. So I'd be like, oh, I could use it to make this part for this thing. And then I would never actually really do that because I would just end up making fun little things with it instead of using it to make the things that I should. I feel like I would do that. Okay, well, while that's working, we'll go back down here. See if we can figure out what's down this way. Oh, so much faster than the 3-shot, even if it is sped up. Ooh, more space. Get all these little middle in-between layers. Make it nice and quick and easy to maybe see how kind of big an area is. There's a lot of green in here. I think this goes back up and around here. Yeah, I need to look into the different materials, how they work, how much they cost, how expensive everything is. Like, decide what it would be I'm using it for, so that way I can get the right materials. Because I'd hate to try to make it for something and then figure out, oh, this plastic is really brittle and it's great for this, but it's not so good for this. And then I use it for the thing it's not so good for, you know? Like try to make a hanger thing for the door where, I don't know, you hang something on it, obviously. I don't know what, but bunch of spores in here. Unless these aren't spores and it's just that green stuff. The light's on fire. Ooh, the light's on fire. Okay, that's not working. I wasn't sure that was gonna work, but yeah, it's worth a try. This would be another pretty good, nice big area. I suppose I really should try to figure out how I'm gonna lay everything out for this map. But I like to have a good idea of what I'm working with, so you know, try to clear everything out first. Or at least to a point that I can see what I've got, what I'm working with. Bunch of red sand and spores. Which means it's going to take a bit for this to go through. Ah. Yeah, that would definitely be a deal breaker, because I'm sure several of the things I would try to use it for are things that would end up being inside of a vehicle. Like, it would either be in my car or my van. I'd be like, and finding it all brittle. Stop hitting the wrong button. All brittle and gross after a while. Yeah, that wouldn't function very well. So much. Okay, it's still 500. So I need to get another 500. A couple more. I don't know. I don't know if these increase or not. Yeah, 60 to 80 degrees. I mean, Celsius, that should be probably enough to handle being in a car. But I would have to double check. Because, I mean, obviously, like, oh, you know, it's so many degrees outside. But then it turns out that the so many degrees outside is like another 40% on top of that because of it being a vehicle sitting in the sun or something. Oh yeah, it's probably full. But I can't go away from all this delicious purple. Look at all these lovely upgrade points. Ooh, Australia, that's quite a ways away. Definitely having a good stream so far. And hopefully you enjoy Sandustry. It's pretty fun. Right now this is just the demo. I do have some mods and stuff on it, but still just a demo. Right now we're just having fun talking about 3D printers. Because I've been thinking of getting one, but I need to figure out what I would use it for and what would be the best method and material for what I want to do. So I've been getting pointers and some advice on it, because other than watching a bunch of YouTube videos and seeing cool stuff, I don't know enough about 3D printers. Oh, that's pretty cool. I say if they were 3D printing rings and metallic stuff, they probably had one of those really expensive ones that, you know, 3D prints metal, which would be awesome. But I can only imagine that that is expensive and probably not too practical for home use. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like it might be impractical for home use. It would be super cool, though. Ooh, what else should I get? I'll get the scanner, why not? I don't think I need that. Yeah, we'll get that too. Yeah. Yeah. Just a little out of my price range. It would be pretty cool to have, though. I absolutely know if I had something like that, I would completely abuse it to, like, I don't know, make Iron Man armor pieces and put them all together to build, like, an Iron Man suit. That'd be awesome. And they're like, oh, what's that made out of? Like, titanium. You know? Because I think we were talking about that a little bit earlier. There is the, they can only do kind of smaller houses, but there is that one crazy 3D printer that does concrete. It's a very, well, I shouldn't say very special, but it's kind of a specialty concrete because it has to be thick enough to hold together. So it's like it's almost like an in-between of either concrete and shotcrete, where it holds its form and it's kind of Play-Doh-y. And they can 3D print small, like 1 and 2 bedroom, like single story houses. Because it's got these giant rails that hooks up to the thing that's, I don't remember if it hooks up directly to the back of like a cement truck of some sort or not. Or if it goes into like a tube, and I don't know, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, they can print the walls of a small home, so it's kind of like an Adobe style home. Oh, this just wraps around here. Okay. Yeah, I want to say that uses a special concrete, or like a certain mixture of concrete. And yeah, either it hooks up to something that goes on like the back of the dump truck, where the dump truck can pour it directly into like a little hopper for the hose, or yeah, they pour the dump truck into like a really big box that it has like the hoses on the bottom, and it augers and like it pumps into like this crazy hose. Yeah, I don't remember, and I'm sure there's a few different methods to it. But as cool as it is, I honestly still think if I was gonna build a crazy house, like a unique house like that, I think I would still want a straw bale house. I still think that would be kind of cool, semi-ish unique. Mostly we've just been talking about 3D printing, DK. Just talking about the different methods, what kinds work good for what situations, that sort of thing. And now we've started talking about 3D printing houses. I think you might have been here earlier when I brought that up, how there's some of those crazy concrete 3D printers that build those little houses. Well, I mean, if I did, it would have to be out of latex. I sure couldn't use one of those metal 3D printers. Actually, I guess I could use one of those 3D metal printers, couldn't I? But that would be too expensive. Yeah, that is something I would maybe look into doing, would be making either like little toys or knickknacks and stuff that I could do like kind of a business on the side sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah, metalworking, that was probably one of my favorite classes when I was in high school. I definitely can't claim to have been really good at it, but I wasn't bad at it. There are a few parts I struggled with, but it was fun. Yeah, that, and I didn't get a chance to take it when I was in high school, but one of the things I had started going to school for was automotive mechanic. Oh, I think that's the last little bit of the flux site. Where does this go to, anyway? Wow, I completely missed. Oh, no, I did miss. It's just, it was just that weird little spot where it goes kind of, it'll pass through stuff. Keep hitting the flamethrower button. I don't need a flamethrower. It's not going to do me any good with all this red sand. Oh, more fluxite. Nice. I think this might be the end of over here. Yep. Okay, I think this might just be a little hole. Yep, it's just like a random little hole. Okay. Well, at the moment, as far as release dates go, there's nothing definitive. sometime, possibly soon, they are looking at starting or doing beta testing. But I don't know how much longer before the game releases after that. I forgot I could go up here too. Yeah, as of right now, there is no definitive this is when it comes out. So kind of the running joke on the Discord is that when it comes out is just soon. Oh, trying to switch, but it switched while I was auto-saving, so it didn't. Ooh, yeah, that might work. I suppose it's going to depend on how I end up laying out the factory. But having the flux site, just like use that in that little tunnel, that might work. Make sure there's nothing in the middle worth getting. Okay. Alright, so it looks like, for the most part, this is just kind of what we got. So now, we got 3,000. I don't think... Yeah, okay, so all the weapons are upgraded. I kind of want to get the grabber size. I'm not super worried about sponge, because it's only going to let me do it above water, or above ground anyway. I can't upgrade my jetpack, which is fine, because I have the jetpack mod, so I've got a slight boost anyway. Flamethrower, not too worried about that. I think we're going to go the maximum size, because that was an absolute time saver. Okay, so... Ooh, I don't think there's anything up there. Yeah, okay. And this probably has nothing up there either. So... I suspect what we're going to do is have everything maybe circle around, kind of like what I started to do with the deserted map. Maybe let's go clear out a little bit more over here. Because, I mean, I don't need a ton of space. Maybe this will kind of be my main processing. Maybe. Gotta figure out where I would put everything and where it's gonna go next. Now I'm trying to remember the name of this movie. There's this movie where it's a like a documentary-ish thing. Like they're doing a documentary, but it's supposed to be this horror movie. So it's like a fake ghost hunting, whatever. And then they go to this insane asylum, and then it ends up like trapping them in the insane asylum, and they have all this stuff. I can't remember the name of the movie now. I'll know it when I hear it. I could possibly do that. That was one of the thoughts that I had, like having everything coming down this way, and then the slag can go across, or the like planter box could be right here. And so as the stuff comes up, it'll catch the fire, you know, up around here. That was one of the things I had considered, but I'm not sure how I would integrate it. But I was thinking that, like, try to use the environment, you know. As far as I know, with the Fluxite, I believe it has to go. I believe it has to go in the top. Like it checks, the block checks above. And so if it detects above it, then it'll try to do it there, and then it comes out the bottom half here. So like it checks within, I think, one block or like half a block, something like that. So as it checks above it, it goes, oh, there's a piece of void bloom here. And so then it pushes a Fluxite out the bottom. So as far as I know, I could be wrong, but as far as I know, that's how it works. Kind of like how the filters work. Because the filter checks, and it might change for the full game release. I don't know, but yeah, the filter checks one block, like one block's worth of space above it, and any blocks or any of the chosen oh, what do they call them? I mean, it's a pixel, but I'm trying to think of material, I guess. I don't remember what the term is that he uses for this stuff. And there's gonna be a bunch of cool stuff in the full release if it's anything to go by on the Discord and the things that the developer has shown off, some of the different materials and some of the things he's doing with water and lava and fire and fluid dynamics and all kinds of stuff. It looks pretty cool. I mean, we can definitely test to see if it uses any other sides. Like maybe the sides of the block will work just as good as the top of the block. We can always check that. Because who knows? I mean, if the sides work, then yeah, you could like pump the stuff directly into the side of the block to make it produce fluxite. But yeah, it only produces the fluxite out the bottom. I don't know if we're gonna get any cool stuff like a magnet. I do know, like I said, if he implements these into the full release and into the full game, there's gonna be a, I think it's a laser, but you can use it to like melt this bedrock stuff. Like you can melt the bedrock stuff here. You can like cut holes through it to be able to pass your conveyor belts and stuff. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna have a few different guns that you can unlock, if it seems. Keep trying to hit the gun, but then because the filter is right next to it on the numbers, half the time I end up hitting the gun part instead of the filter part instead of hitting the gun part. I think he's also gonna add in, like from the developer stuff, he was showing off the different like temperature blocks. Like there's gonna be a block that will heat stuff, and so you won't have to worry about using lava, or like you make lava but you can use it in a block form type of thing. Just like there was a little showcase for a condenser, so that any water, whether it was there any steam that touched it, it would output water. Oh, wrong button. That time it was me, because I completely forgot to switch the weapons. Well, once they... I mean, I'm sure whoever does the beta tests, they'll have like, you know, you can't talk about this because it's not a full release and we don't want to show people or promise things that might not be in the game, etc., etc. Or you're not allowed to show people yet. It's not a finished product. You know, like the non-disclosure or the whatever they call those different things. It'll probably have something like that. So we probably won't even know with the people who beta test it. Unless it's already in the demo, they'll be like, oh yeah, you'll have this and you can even upgrade it more. So we'll find out. Now, let's get some more stuff going. Oh, it's gonna freeze that, isn't it? Yep. Which for the most part is fine, but it's still... Okay. I think we've got the majority of everything cleared out. So... yeah. Now, Lanto, he definitely seems to be on the up and up. I mean, he was making, from the sounds of it, he was making the game kind of as just like a fun project almost. And then he started to get some traction and people liked it so much that he started putting a lot more work into it because he wanted people to enjoy it even more. So yeah, no, he definitely seems like a pretty cool guy. Okay. Well, I can't build up there. I can only build from like here down. So what if this section here could be what would I put this section here? I don't know. I'm thinking it'll probably go over here. And then it can just drop down. And then it can come down this way. And then, let's see. I think this is the one that was just a big hole. Yeah, that's just a big hole. So maybe what I'll do is this will be where I filter out. So like it'll come down, it'll filter out the void bloom to here, and the emitter will be right here. It'll hit it, and then it can just grow all the way down. And then come down this way, and it can process all the sand. So like up here, it'll have a washing station, or maybe over here it'll have washing stations. So it'll wash, and then it'll come across here, and then it'll just be a series of like ramps going back and forth all the way down. It'll have void bloom come out the side, and then gold can come out this side, slag can come out this side. Again, wrong button. And then like maybe figure out how to have the lava here, so then the slag will come this way, catch on fire, burn, come up, launch down, and then this will be where the like what's the thing, that's what the slag press. I 100% blanked on what that was called there. After putting like 100 hours into this demo, you would think I could remember that was called a slag press. But yeah, slag press, bust that all out here, get the spores and the gold, and then it'll come up. Yeah, I know, Steam. And then it'll come up. Spores can drop down here. And maybe this will be my planter box area. And then the petals can come up here. Mix with the void blue, mix with the red sand somewhere maybe. Come up here. I don't know. That's kind of the idea. It could be completely a garbage idea, but it's still an idea. I'm gonna have to make a little slag container here. Ooh, or maybe this will be where it makes the slag, and then I can just have it drop straight down here. So this can be my slag press. It'll just go, and then drop the burnt slag into here maybe? I don't know. You know, I kind of wish I could zoom out. Like scroll. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah. I don't know if you could hear that. Anyway, yeah, like scroll in and out so I could see more of the map. I hope that's a feature in the full game, is being able to zoom out. Like, I mean, it wouldn't even have to be all the way, but like another 100%. So like it doubles the size of the current screen that I've got, you know? That'd be nice. I mean, I suppose really I could fit most of this into just this area here. like coming up and down and around over here, and either going down there or going down here. I bet I could fit most of that. Yeah, I don't know why I'm putting it on the conveyor belt. I could just put it straight up there. It's things like that that remind me I'm not the brightest bulb. Go. Maybe I'll have something where everything separates out into different areas. So instead of having it all cycle and circle around, I'll just have each thing feeds into its own area. And then those areas will then feed into whatever they mix with or wherever they process. So it'll process in its own thing. I mean, I suspect just like any other factory that I've done, it's going to be absolutely terrible. And then I'm going to fix it. And then it'll be terrible in a different way. And then I'll fix it again. And then it'll be nice. And then it'll be bad again. Because that's how it goes. Okay. Ooh, it's already been 2.5 hours. Well, I think now that I have the majority of everything cleared out, with the exception of a few spots like over there by that water, I guess container. I mean, it's kind of more like a well, really. Maybe not. I mean, a well would be because it's like it's underground, but it's not part of a like an aquifer system or anything. So I don't know if it would technically be a well, but yeah, other than this, I think I have most everything cleaned out already. Okay. Well, I suspect that this might be where I'm going to have to end this episode. So, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, oh, autosave. If you have and you did enjoy and you want to, you are welcome and appreciated. Getting the like button and all that fun stuff. And then I am going to, like I said, I'm going to try to do it on around the same time each Saturday. So you're welcome to join me again next week. So I'm like all distracted because I'm trying to do an intro, but I'm also getting fixated on moving all the sand. Oh, it's not going to have enough room. That is not even close to what I was trying to do. So, until next time, have fun.